Hey YouTube, Unknown Prepper here. Today I just wanted to go over my gun table slash workstation setup. Just go through some of the tools and cleaning supplies that I have and the table as a whole. Just so if anybody's getting into firearms or is looking to make a workstation of their own, some of the tools that you can think about using and just kind of the setup that I have. Full disclosure, I am not sponsored by any of the companies that make any of these tools. I bought everything with my own money. This is just stuff that I found that worked for me, and I'll just start going through everything. So first off, the table is actually a hand-built table. I was given this as a gift. It is roughly 20 inches deep by 50 inches wide, which allows me to put a rifle or multiple pistols on the table at the same time. My table is actually on a system that you can lower it and flatten it up against the wall because it's in my laundry room. So if I, want to put it away for a while, I can actually fold it up. Has a really nice sticker of an AR-15 under there. It's kind of hard to see because I have the mat out. But anyway, I'll start going through some of the tools. So most of the tools that I have are actually from Harbor Freight. I know some people don't like the Harbor Freight tools. For me, this is not my professional job. I think the Harbor Freight tools work just fine for doing stuff on the weekend or the minor stuff that you're going to work on with firearms. So to get started, I have the Pittsburgh Pro 12-piece chisel and punch set. You're not really going to be using the chisels, but the punch set is nice. There's different thicknesses of the punches here. You can see they have like thicker ones all the way to real thin. Those are good for punching out pins on ARs, roll pins, stuff like that. I have a just cheap hammer that I got from Harbor Freight as well. You can use this to tap out those pins, use it to work off a stock if something's stuck, stuff like that. I would say the set that I use the most is this Harbor Freight set that kind of has a little bit of everything. There's a bunch of different bits. You can see from like star bits, Phillips, flathead, pretty much everything you would need. There's a small set of Allen keys, and that's the SAE, and then the millimeter ones as well. When it comes to the handled set, you have pretty much everything that you would need again. It does come with a socket driver there that you can use the little pieces here. Comes with a pick and a punch. And then, like I said, all the different Phillips and flathead, star bits, pretty much everything that you would need and more. And again, this is not an expensive set. The nice thing is you can set it up against the wall. It has everything that you need all in one place. It doesn't stick out too far, maybe 4 or 5 inches off the wall. Then getting into cleaning, I got the Real Avid Gun Boss Pro Universal Kit. Again, this you can pick up on Amazon for pretty cheap. I think it was like 30 bucks. I got this one because it has a wide range of different size calibers that you can clean it with. It does have multiple rods that you can extend the cleaning pieces. So if you have a longer barrel weapon like a shotgun or a bolt action rifle, you can keep connecting those rods to make sure that you can clean the whole barrel. Along with that, I have 2 sets of T-handle hex tools. These are separate. You have to buy them separately. I can't remember exactly what the price was on these, but they weren't bad. I think they were maybe $15 per set. And again, you're going to use that for tightening down scopes or, depending on what weapon you have. Some of them do have hex screws on them, so that's been super nice. I use them all the time. This is a specific tool if you have a 1911 style pistol. I think this is actually from the same company again. Yeah, I believe it is. They're Real Avid. I've just been buying their stuff because it's worked pretty good. So there's that, but like I said, that's only for if you have a 1911 style pistol. The mat is a Real Avid as well. Again, this is just stuff that I was able to pick up on Amazon. That's why I purchased it. The one thing that I did like about the Real Avid mat is that it covers almost my entire table, so it protects the nice wood finish that I have on the table. And then along with that, it has these magnetic trays on the side. So as you're taking stuff apart, you can throw stuff into those trays. That way you don't lose everything. On top of that, I have another little magnetic bowl. I believe I got that from Harbor Freight as well. That just kind of sits in there for any extra screws if I fill this stuff up, but it's just all about organization. Then as far as cleaning stuff, I do have a little ammo crate that I keep extra cleaning supplies under my desk, just so they're out of the way. For actual cleaning, I use Ballistol. This stuff is really good. It does clean and lubricate. It just has a very, very strong smell, so you kind of want to do it in a ventilated area. Open a window or start, cleaning outside if you can. I have a bunch of very large Q-tips. Again, these came from Harbor Freight. I think I bought a pack of them for like $7, and it came with multiple different sizes, as you can see in the bucket. These brushes actually came from a different cleaning set that I no longer have, but they're pretty good if you have dirt on like a exterior metal surface or something. You can kind of scrape that off. And then as far as lubrication, I really like the CLP, which is made by Lucas. Again, this is all just preference. This is just what I use, what's worked for me. I got a kit that they had a bigger bottle, a smaller bottle with like a dripper on it, which is good for getting like in the slide of a pistol. And then I also got a gun grease for some of the older guns that I have that use the grease versus gun oil. But like I said, overall, I just wanted to kind of give an overview of my setup. None of this stuff is super expensive. It's just some stuff to think about if you're getting into cleaning your guns or working on your gun. It's nice to have a station where you can sit down, set everything up. You can even add a little holder for your phone if you want to watch how-to videos on how to clean your firearm as you're working on everything. But like I said, overall, I wanted to just kind of give a bare basics of what tools would be helpful and kind of the setup that I have. If you guys have any questions, you can put them down below. If you think I missed something, just definitely let me know about that. And if you don't mind, if you could please just like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. Thank you so much.